Welcome to your life coaching and personal development masterclass. It is important to note that this teaching is a building block for the perfect structure that you seek to become. With your patience and dedication, you surely will receive the insights that will help shape your perspective towards having a wholesome life experience. So, let's get started. So, all these traits, we have discussed the four temperaments. They are the tendencies of people with the different temperaments, with the different personalities too. And I say tendencies, and that's why when I was talking about them, I was saying, oh, they can be, right? So they're just tendencies. So in other words, in fact, the fact that you are sanguine, right, doesn't mean that you must walk into a place with your mouth first or talk without thinking. It just means that you have a tendency to be a talkative. Because oftentimes I hear people, when I see people exhibit certain characters, and instead of working on them, they'll say, oh, please, that's just me. That's who I am. I cannot change. Please, that's just me. A lot of people say that, and that's a terrible mindset for anyone to live with. The thoughts that you have been created in a certain way that is unchangeable is a terrible mindset. And for those who say that kind of thing, it just simply means that they are allowing themselves to be ruled by their personalities. And such a person cannot succeed as a good leader with that mindset. It's a failing mindset. So, for example, the sanguine person lives life on the fast lane. And I'm just describing myself when I say sanguine. So I'm an executor, which actually is a good thing. But there is a downside to living life on the fast lane, which I have figured out. So now, I have come to realize that living life on the fast lane, can leave me with a lot of trials and errors, many of which I could have avoided if I just slowed down and thought more deeply and, thought about it more analytically, like the melancholy person would. So how did I get to overcome this hasty trait of mine? Because it's hastiness. So I figured out a way. I seek counsel from two major sources. And the first place I go to seek wisdom from is of course from the head of all wisdom himself. Now, I'm speaking of my own personal flow of light. That this is what I do. This is my solution. I'm talking about God, because I know that God holds the blueprint of my life, and he's so full of wisdom. Even though he holds the blueprint of my life, I know that he's not going to impose anything on me. So I take it back to him, and I spend time telling him of the things that I want to do. And it doesn't even really have to be about a thing. It could be about a relationship. It could be about a course to undertake. It could be about a savings scheme. It could be about a relocation plan that you have. It could be anything at all. So I tell him about all my plans and how I want to proceed. And I know that there is no way that I'll acknowledge him with my plans that he won't show me the way and how to go about it. And this is my own personal story. This is what I know has worked for me over time, because I respect the scripture. It says, acknowledge God in all your ways and he'll direct your path. He'll make it straight. So I do that. Now, the second place I get counsel from is from maybe an authority. Depends on what I need counsel about. Go to an authority, or from my friends, the friends in my inner circle, many of which are more calculated than myself. So for you, it could be maybe your parents or guardian or professional counselor, or even your pastor or something, or maybe you have amazing friends, an amazing inner circle like myself. So even though sometimes I'm convinced of, the prospects of what I want to go into, and I'm hasty and I'm like, if I do this, this is going to be the result. No, I bring it back and I talk to my inner circle about it, because I know my personality. Okay, note that I said inner circle, because you must share with people who have no biases towards you, people who are only working for your good and you are sure. Okay, so I do this because I know that in a multitude of counsel there is safety. Also, as a sanguine, I have realized that when I talk through my situation, it helps me to gain clarity about that situation. So I take it to these two sources. I speak to God about it, and I speak to the right people about it. And that is how I am able to put my fast-paced life and my hastiness in check. I have a tight-knit team. My team, they know I run almost everything through them. We have sessions where we talk, strategy sessions, we just sit down and talk, and after we're done, I take it back to, the owner of all wisdoms, if there's ever such a thing, the owner of all wisdoms. Okay, so the aim of this teaching today is just to help you to identify your bad and the good side of your personality. Okay, like I've been able to identify mine. So help you identify the bad and the good side of your personality, so that you can harness the good side and work hard to checkmate and eliminate the bad side. Okay, so most people have a mix of personalities also. You can have a mix of personalities in varying degrees, and by that I mean that it could be that you're predominantly phlegmatic, but that's not all about, you're just predominantly phlegmatic. There is a recessive trait that you have. Your recessive trait is probably sanguine. Okay, and that sanguine nature comes out only maybe when you're among your inner circle, or your friends, your family. Okay, or maybe you are sanguine, that's your predominant trait, and your recessive trait is melancholy. So it is even possible to have a blend of the four worlds in varying degrees. Okay, but whatever personality it is that you have, what you are supposed to do is detect the downside of your trait. Observe yourself, and I'll tell you how. Okay, and when you do that, you observe the good side and the bad side. You harness the good side and find solutions, like I told you that I did, with that side, with that trait of mine. Find a solution, that will give you positive, good results, so that you can soar. All right, whatever personality that you have was put in you by God. It is all part of your uniqueness. And like I said, your job is to harness the strength of that uniqueness, okay, so that you can achieve the results that you have been placed here to achieve. Because by honing your individuality and developing the strength of your character, what you are doing is that you are building resilience for the adversities and the oppositions that you will surely encounter in most facets of your life. Trust me, there will be turbulence. There will be strong oppositions that will come your way to test the strength of your character, just in a bid to break you sometimes and to derail you from the plan and purpose of God for your life and for achieving, that dream, that destiny. Okay, so a good way to overcome these hurdles, like I said, is by knowing. And that's why they say knowledge is power. And even better, knowledge is applied knowledge is power. That's what they say now. Applied knowledge is power. So it's not just enough to know, it's to know and seek out solutions. Work with that knowledge. That is power. So, what are the things that we're taking away today? First, everyone was created uniquely with a personality that will work out, your divine purpose. Okay, so that's what you say to yourself. You say to yourself that I was created, with a unique purpose that will work out, the divine purpose of God in me. And I cannot alter my purpose. Otherwise, I will be altering the design of God, and I will be derailing the plan of God for my life. Okay? Because if I lose my personality, then I will lose the purpose and plan of God for my life. In other words, my personality is unique, is tied to my purpose and existence on earth. Okay? So 2, you say, I have a duty. You have a duty. So you say to yourself that I have a duty to study and understand my personality as well as that of others that I have relations with. Because a knowledge of that will help me to relate better with them and react better with empathy and with understanding. All right, because when you have knowledge, when you know something, then you are better able to understand and relate with empathy. Okay? Also, third, you say, the third one to take away will be that I have, to work to harness my strengths. it's a deliberate work to harness my strengths and overcome my weaknesses. Because when the pressures and oppositions and tests come, and they surely will, and if I haven't developed my strength of character by the time they come, it is possible that my weaknesses can slow down my pace, and it can slow down the achievements and the strides that I am supposed to cover in a given time. Okay, and you have to know this. And it took me a while to know this, that there are some people that God will bring your way just so that they can bring out the best in you. Some people are there just to press you on every side, to bring out, that the best person, the best that you can be. Okay, and it's for a higher purpose. It's because you are going to be, it's possibly because you are going to be handling people in greater degrees, greater dimensions. You're going to be handling maybe businesses, multi-chain businesses, and you're going to be dealing with tons of people, different kinds of individuals. Now you need this strength. You need to have been able to bring out this personality and in some way, die to self. And what I mean by that is that you're supposed to be able to, have overcome the weaknesses of your personality so that you can work with these people and bring out the best in them to achieve the results that you want to achieve for your life. Okay? So, in order to live to your highest potential, you should tell yourself that in order to live to my highest potential and achieve the successes that I need to achieve in shorter time spans, then I must know my strength and maximize it. And I must know my weaknesses and find solutions, to work against them. Okay, and you should start off also by writing them down clearly. Write them down. Write down your strengths. Write your weaknesses. As with your vision, as the same way you write your vision and your goals and your to-do list. Write what is your temperament. Some people don't know their temperament. Write, am I sanguine? What is my combination if I have a combination? And at what points, what places do I notice that I show this personality? At what point is it when I'm at home with my family or when I'm in school? Or write them down. Maybe when I'm with a comfortable set of people, then I show my sanguine nature comes to the fore, or whatever it is. Write it down. Then write out your strengths and your weaknesses. Okay, when you write it out and know it, that knowledge will surely be put to use. And more so, you will have mastery over your weaknesses, and you will work to keep improving upon your strengths. And how cool is that? You become mastery over yourself. Okay, so I'll quickly round up by giving you what I call a mental introspection and evaluation tool to work with. And this is especially for those who are yet to identify their weaknesses, or those who say, "Oh, I don't know how to overcome it." Okay, I don't even know how to identify it. Now, the easiest way to know and overcome is, like I said, what I call a mental introspection and evaluation tool. So you do this by doing a mental placement of yourself in your environment that triggers your weakness. It's a mental process, okay? So you can do it, you can think, just close your eyes and think. It's meditation. Think about a time when you were in conflict with someone, okay? You were the principal actor in that conflict. Think about yourself with a goal to say, I'm not trading blames. It's possible that person was at fault. The person has a nasty character. The person is bad. But this time you are saying, how do I gain mastery over this situation in case it arises next time? So you close your eyes and you do a mental placement. So you're doing an introspection, and then next you do an evaluation of a situation. Play that situation out in your mind. Okay, how did it happen? And like I said, no blame casting. You are asking, what is the best way that I should have reacted in this situation? Is there a better way? Are there other things that I could have said, that would maybe have resulted? Should I have walked away next time? Should I have said so in this way and said that in that way? Okay, that is mental introspection and evaluation. Okay, so you're asking what's the best response that could have, that I could have given that would have brought about, that would have led to a more peaceful and productive outcome. And this is not just for that time, it's for what will happen in case it happens in the future, just so that you know automatically how to handle it. And hey, I'm not saying that it's possible to achieve peace with every single person. Like I said, the person might just be a cantankerous person, so it might not be possible to achieve peace with every single person. But trust me, you'll achieve peace with most people, and it will also be a steady climb towards being your best self and living, your life successfully. Okay, so self-introspection and evaluation is a practice. It's not something that you will get immediately. Okay, but it's a practice, and if you keep practicing this, your life will become better and more peaceful. Wow. So this is a week long of teaching. I need to end now. It's a week long of teaching, so don't worry. I'm not ending till you know exactly everything that you need to know about this subject and how to apply it to your entire life and and purpose. Like I said earlier at the beginning of the podcast, there is a worksheet that would be sent to you, later today. Conversation with Mary Jane Discovery Kit. It will be sent to you. Please go through it, I beg of you, and use it, because every experience, as in maximize every single experience that you have in this class, because it is highly beneficial and very instrumental to your growth and your progress. Wow, welcome ladies to class again. It's been such an amazing time. I'm still excited to be your coach. I will be seeing you again. We are here together for the next 4 weeks. I love you so much, and I am committed to making you become every single thing that you have been designed to be. Love you. Have a great and amazing day. Bye. We have now come to the end of this class. This course was brought to you by TALA, which is an acronym for the African Lady Ambassador. TALA is a coaching and mentoring institute organized for young, passionate, vibrant, and driven African ladies. This course is a self-discovery course at TALA that is aimed at helping those who are on a quest to discover themselves, to unlock their potentials, and to live purposeful, authentic, and fulfilled lives. I hope you completely enjoyed this module. My name is Mary Jane Ugbaja, and I look forward to hosting you in the next class.